Good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to our Tri-M Music Honor Society induction ceremony. Tonight, we'll recognize the achievements of 9 outstanding members of the Byram Hills community. We recognize these young adults not only for their wonderful talent, but for their dedication to their communities, their academic achievement, and for their leadership in our music program throughout the years. These 9 individuals will join over 84,000 music students throughout the country that belong to the Tri-M Music Honor Society in a mission to make a difference through the music-based service projects. I, for one, am really excited about the potential each one of these students has to make our world a more musical and beautiful place. On behalf of the Department of Fine Arts of Byram Hills High School, I'd like to congratulate you on your induction to the Tri-M Music Honor Society. I look forward to working with you throughout the year. If you guys wouldn't mind giving them a round of applause as a welcome. Please help me welcome our Tri-M faculty advisor, Ms. MARNA WEISS.
Thank you, Mr. MARWAH, and thank you all for attending our Tri-M induction ceremony tonight. On behalf of the music department, I am honored to be the advisor of our Tri-M chapter here at Byram Hills. The Tri-M Music Honor Society, a program of NAFME, which is the National Association for Music Education, recognizes students for their musical and academic achievements and rewards them for their accomplishments and for their commitment to community service. Members of the Byram Hills chapter of Tri-M are called upon to inspire other Byram Hills students, both inside and outside of our music program, to appreciate, understand, and excel in music and develop their leadership skills through Tri-M's activities and performances. Looking at all these really incredible students before you, it is easy to recognize their musicianship and leadership skills in their day-to-day work. But I encourage you to delve a little further. Speak to them about their musical journeys, about their experiences. You will find that each of them shares something deeper, something that has entwined itself in the core of their being, something that calls to them, and that is their passion for music. Somewhere in their lives, there was a musical spark. It might have been a song, a rhythm, a harmony. It just may have been the way you sang them a lullaby to soothe them to sleep when they were young. That spark, once ignited and nurtured, develops into a lifetime love, a passion for music. We are very proud of all of our Tri-M students. Their leadership and achievement stands as proud symbols of their combined efforts of students, faculty, administrators, parents, and the greater Byram Hills community to foster a positive, nurturing environment and for the growth in the arts. Tonight, we celebrate the induction of our new Tri-M members. It is fitting to do so with music. We will hear 3 special performances from our current members. Please take some time to read about our inspiring performers and our dedicated returning members in the program for tonight's ceremony. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Charlie Cohen performing Solveig's Lied by Edvard Grieg.
Hi, I'm Charlie Cohen, and I will be performing Solveig's Lied by Edvard Grieg. And first, I wanted to share what music means to me. Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Plato. It is impossible to do justice to the importance of music in my life using words. Music is a universal way of communicating and expressing thoughts and feelings that transcends verbal language. My parents say I was born singing. Music has been my loyal companion even when everything else is changing so fast. Music is my channel to be creative, channel my emotions, and unify my thoughts. There are people who live in the world of books, writing and reading, others who compete in sports, running and jumping. I live in a world of invisible magic, where vibrations in the air give people experience beyond words, beyond touch. Music is a part of me, and I know it will be forever.
I'd like to give a personal statement. To me, music has, especially the greater Western classical period, has been a representation of the human psyche. Not only to seem secondary in any sort of way, but music has always been an affirmation of the movements in history. As the rigidity yet fluidity of Bach's melodies reflected the seemingly composed but extreme turmoil of those early courts. Wagner was a response to German idealism, as Liszt personified romanticism in art and literature. Yet music is not a follower of such movements, but an emphasis of them. Without it, such events are lackluster, series of affairs no different from the mundane proceedings of everyday life. To me, music is a mysticism, the decoration of life itself. Thank you.
Hello. It's my honor to introduce to you our new members of the Tri-M National Honor Society. So when I call your name, please receive your pin from our music faculty and your certificate. Christina Ferrari. Emma Keatley. Carolyn Kelly. Elena Lowe. Seth Morrison. Sydney Nepo. Ethan Resnick. Jake Wild. And finally, Adam Zhang. And now for something a little more up-tempo, our final student performer will be playing Chopin's Polonaise in A-flat major, and this is Ethan Resnick at the piano.
statement is that music has been with me for my entire life. Whether it's listening to music for leisure, to unwind after a long day of school, or even to ground myself before a difficult debate competition, music has been integral to my success and happiness as a human being. I hope that other individuals have had as positive experiences with music as I have. Without music, I would not be who I am today.
Hello everyone, I'm Shay Gordon. To me, music provides a sense of home and comfort. It is the roots and the backbone of all things good and simple, acting as a stabilizer and a constant during tumultuous times. The familiarity of a progression or a melody is often nostalgic and brings me back to times of warmth and love. There's absolutely no replacement for the therapeutic nature of strumming a guitar or singing in choir, and I cannot overstate just how much passion and joy music has brought to me and will continue to bring to me as long as I live.
Hi, I'm Sarah Packwood. I remember learning to read music at the same time I learned to read English and Canada. And since then, my growth as a musician and my growth as a person has been interconnected. From the discipline of rigorous practice to the exploration of artistic expression, music has been my greatest teacher. For me, music is the most liberating form of storytelling, and I hope to have it my whole life.
Hello, my name is Brent Perlman, and music has profoundly changed my life. It has given me a purpose, an escape, a unique voice, and a part in a close-knit, eclectic community. But most importantly, music has provided me with the gift of instant connection. If ever I am meeting a person for the first time, one of the first questions I will always ask them is what type of music they like. But whether they answer classical or jazz or my favorite, electronic dance music, I'll be able to quickly get to know the person I am talking to, all on account of the universal love for music and its power that nearly every human being shares.
Hello, my name's Isabel, and music to me serves as my escape and outlet amid the academic rigors of our school. As some of you know, I completely lost my voice this week, and I felt the weight of all my schoolwork bearing down on me more so than usual. I came to realize that it was not that I necessarily had more work, but rather that I was not able to sing in order to relieve my stress. Every day, my 6th period choir class is that release, and I could not be more grateful to be part of a community with such supportive and passionate students. Whether I'm singing in the car with a group of my friends or performing on stage, music has always been a means for me to connect with people. I look forward to continue fostering my musical growth so that I can grow as a vocalist and keep music in my life.
Tonight, we will be giving 2 honorary awards. The first one will be given posthumously to a friend and beloved colleague, Michelle Delmonico, who is such an avid supporter of our music department. She would never let an opportunity go by to join the band during pep rallies and football games, playing her favorite instrument, the cowbell. The band would look forward to these performances, and believe me, they were legendary. Frequently, she would stand outside the band room door and listen to rehearsals, only to follow up with messages of how much she enjoyed listening to the band rehearsals and how amazing the students sounded. She would frequently tell me that the band literature would be greatly enhanced if only it had a cowbell part. And then without dropping a beat, tell me that her professional cowbell performance calendar was booked through the next year. But she would talk to her agent and rearrange it to be available for any of our performances at a moment's notice. Those of you who were fortunate to work and be around Michelle know that she could light up a room with her smile and humor. She was passionate about music, whether it was singing along to the radio in the morning and afternoon in our carpool rides, making sure her daughters were studying an instrument in school, and attending concerts by her students and her daughters. She was incredibly supportive of the Byram Hills music students and also the music faculty. One of my most cherished memories that makes me smile every time I think about it was the first time Michelle made an appearance with the band. let me set the stage for you. Picture it, Sicily, 1925. Oh, wait, that was from the Golden Girls last night. Sorry, wrong episode. So picture it, pep rally day, right before homecoming. The gym is packed, the band is wall to wall, instruments flying everywhere. We start to play, the sound is huge. I'm throwing cues to sections to come in and play, and out of nowhere, my ears zero in on a strange sound I had never heard in rehearsals before. Where is it coming from? I scan the band. I look left, I look right, I look left and right again. And then I spot it. Michelle Dellamonico had snuck into the back of the percussion section and was playing cowbell like a fiend. We looked at each other, she shrugged and started to laugh, and that, my friends, was how her professional cowbell days began here at Byram Hills. Chris, thank you for being here tonight. We would like you to accept this plaque on behalf of all the music students and faculty here at Byram Hills.
Good evening. Every year, Tri-M chapters across the country grant honorary membership to dedicated adults who are active in furthering the cause of music and music education, and who have contributed to the local, national, or international musical culture. Throughout Tri-M's more than 50-year history, a number of impressive musicians, music supporters, and music enthusiasts have become honorary members. And over the past 11 years here at Byram Hills, our chapter has been blessed with support and dedication from members of our school and our community. It is with much appreciation and gratitude that we are able to honor these individuals who donate their time and energy to support and ensure the success of the students and ensembles in our high school music department. This year, it is my pleasure to induct another important member of our community, our own superintendent of schools, Dr. Jen LAMIA. Dr. LAMIA is an avid consumer of music and a passionate supporter of music education, both here at Byram and as a parent by supporting her own children in their musical studies on the trumpet, saxophone, and piano. She understands the importance of music education and the lifelong value it provides to students as they study this universal language, the exploration of creativity and feeling, and the benefits gained from collaboration and creating synergy, both in practice and performance with one another. You can always find her at school events, supporting our student musicians and offering words of praise afterwards. Additionally, she was instrumental in supporting the work now being done in our high school theater, so our students can now experience that as well. So Dr. LAMIA, thank you and congratulations.
I feel like I pale in a room of really outstanding, shining people tonight. So I appreciate this so much. Thank you. And I have a few words I did write down. I'm not as eloquent of a speaker as some of our musicians who have talked about how music has influenced them. But it is important for me to say this. I'm really proud to be inducted into the Tri-M Honor Music Society. I'm 50 years old. I have never received an honor other than a degree that I have worked for, which is pretty amazing. For close to 30 years at Byram Hills, I've never been Teacher of the Year. I've never been inducted. In fact, the only time I've ever been the recipient of anything publicly was a big win of $10 in quarters at bingo when I was in the 4th grade, and when I won Best Camper that same year. It was an outstanding year for me. Another funny fact is that this first time in my life honor is that I don't play an instrument myself and I can't sing. So why is tonight one of my proudest moments? Tonight I'm not being recognized for my accomplishments. It's much sweeter than that. I'm being recognized for my love of music and support of our students. Music has always been, as you have said, the greatest gift to me. It's why I'm passionate about supporting our students in Byram Hills music programs. It's a lifelong gift we give to our children. Let me just share a little bit about how it's been a gift for me. When I was a little girl, we would retreat to my grandmother's parlor after Sunday mid-afternoon dinner. Yes, I'm that old. They called it the parlor. We would listen to records of Louis Armstrong and Dizzy Gillespie on her Victrola. Really, a Victrola. Do you even know what that is? Have you seen one? I can show you. When visiting my other grandparents, my grandpa would play the mandolin, and he would sing to us in Italian. As a young girl, my parents also gave me the gift of piano lessons once a week. Mr. Resnick, I stopped at minuet in G. I apologize. I think you did that when you were 3. But it was a gift, nonetheless, of piano lessons. It's when I began to love classical music. And although it's not really what I wanted to do at the time, I knew that my parents could barely afford it on my father's teacher salary. They would even discuss how they would forego visiting friends far away on Long Island because they didn't have the money in their budget for tolls. But they always had budgeted money for music lessons. Music continued to present itself as a gift to me in my high school years. For my 16th birthday, my boyfriend gave me 16 vinyl records that he carefully picked out. I still remember many of those titles today, and that's how I began my love for alternative rock and roll. Upon high school graduation, my 2 closest friends, Pete and Dave, gave me a college present of a summer of concerts. And that was the time that I got to delve back into my love of classic rock and roll of my earlier years, going to concerts like Bob Dylan, The Who, Eric Clapton, Rolling Stones, David Bowie, and a handful of others. My sister, working for Virgin Records, brought me to meet David Bowie in person, still a highlight of my life. Today, music continues to be one of my most precious gifts. The windows, if you are out in the parking lot, literally shake in my car when music motivates or consoles me. Rihanna, Pink, and Adele have no idea how well I can harmonize with them, and they will never know. One of my most consistent household bills is iTunes, for which my children are grateful that we allow unfettered access to whatever music they want to buy. Music has made me self-reflective. It's consoled me, similar to Shay, right? Reflection. It's a gift. It's been a friend to me at every stage of my life. I want to thank you all for this honor, for letting me share why it is so important that Byram Hills delivers the gift of music to our students in every way possible. And you all know that I look forward to this year for you, to being in the concerts and performances that you will gift to me at every turn. Thank you so much.
So ladies and gentlemen, once again, can we have a round of applause for our new inductees?